Noni Madueke, a man that has caused a lot of drama, a man that has caused a lot of consternation, but a man that is putting in significant performances for Arsenal. Noni Madueke, a man that divided opinion, but a man that is putting in serious performances for Arsenal Football Club. We need to discuss Noni Madueke, and there isn't a better person to have this discussion with than the wonderful Turkish. Turkish, sir. I don't know where to start here. You and I had a conversation about Noni Madueke. Both of us were fairly uninspired and underwhelmed by the signing that Arsenal made.
Yeah.
Has anything, and look, there's nothing wrong with doing this in football. There's nothing wrong with doing this in society. Are we yet at this stage? Mea culpa. I got it wrong. Are we there yet? Because the performances have been fairly inspiring from Noni Madueke so far for Arsenal.
They have been very promising. It's just a very nice surprise. You said divided opinion, and that's putting it lightly at the time. I think a lot of the context is being missed at why there was so much frustration initially with the links to Madueke. It was so early in the window. We had other priorities that we needed to address, and the Arsenal way usually is spend and then we need to sell to buy any more players. So at the time, it just felt like, why are you putting 50 million on a player that has underwhelmed at Chelsea, a player that's strongest on the right when we need a left winger? There was so much to the move. It wasn't necessarily about the player. And in the videos I did, and a couple of emotional videos at that, where I was very much against the move, I mentioned it's not the player's fault. It's not necessarily my opinion of the player.
Yeah.
It's more so the timing of the move, the value of the move.
Yeah, it's 50 million quid, isn't it?
Exactly.
It's 50 million quid.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
And
but everything that we know now, can you imagine how the fellow who started the petition, he's got to be feeling like a
I didn't
mug,
sign
innit?
that, by the way, people.
No, of course I know you wouldn't do that. No, I know, mate. I know full well that you didn't do that. I know full well that basically everyone I know wouldn't do that. I know full well. But someone did. Well, 5,000 people did. But also, 5,000 signatures, that means nothing to me.
Yeah.
It's the geezer that started it. It's the geezer that decided this is a good idea. I'm going to start a petition.
Yeah.
He must be feeling like such a mug.
He might need to come out. We might need to locate who.
Yeah.
And hopefully he does need to come out. Does he need to come out now? And we're just talking, hypothetically here. Who is he? We don't know. And we're just talking about the move in general. I do think it's too soon to be definitive on whether the move is. I mean, it's definitely too soon. It's not what I think. It's definitely too soon to look back at the move and justify it, or say, look, it hasn't worked out. It's been very promising. The Saka injury was a big blow, and initially Madueke coming in on the left-hand side, we wasn't seeing much to be, pleased about. The Saka injury has helped him.
Yeah.
It's given him a chance on his favoured side, and he's shown up. Listen, I still expect more. I think his end product is still very much a problem, which a lot of Chelsea fans told me would be a problem, but it's also refreshing for us because we haven't had wingers. Listen, Saka's a top player, but he's a very different type of winger to a Madueke. Martinelli, we've wanted to see things from Martinelli that we've been seeing from Madueke in the last 1.5 games, which is take-ons, get in the box and create a bit of, fuss and chance creation and whatnot. And that's what Madueke has been doing. So
Totally.
I think it's too soon to...
It's not yet. It was wrong to be sceptical about the move, but it's been a good time of it so far. You think he got a standing ovation at the Emirates, which is symbolic, against Nottingham Forest. He was brilliant, and he scored for England, didn't he, against Serbia?
Yeah. And it was good for us against Bilbao.
No doubt. He couldn't dream that it would go this well.
Yeah.
Do you feel like he could be? Yeah, and this is a huge question and one that we're not ready to answer. You were 17 goals behind Liverpool last year. The reason that you didn't win the league ultimately was they scored 17 more than you. You kept more clean sheets than them, but they outscored you.
Draws, you need goals, yeah.
Do you know what I feel like you have now? And obviously you mentioned the Bilbao game. The 2 goal scorers, you're kind of squad depth FC. When you win a league, you often win a league because of the brilliance of players like Bukayo Saka, Declan Rice, William Saliba. But the other really important thing to winning a league, it's the squad. So when Chelsea have won leagues in the past, you win a league because Diego Costa scores 1 billion goals to win you the league. But it's the day that he doesn't score that Loic Remy scores a winner.
Yeah.
It's the day that he doesn't score that Michy Batshuayi scores 100%. A winner. It's the day that John Terry doesn't play and Gary Cahill has the game of his life. It's those moments. When you think about this squad now, Noni Madueke is 100% part of that, isn't he?
Yeah. I tend to agree. Listen, he hasn't got a goal or an assist yet. I don't know when this is coming out, so he might do by the time this comes out. And if he does, it'll be against City at the Emirates, so that'll be
Yeah.
he'll get another standing ovation for that. But yeah, I mean, he's got a massive opportunity here, because as much as you mentioned the petition, you've also mentioned the standing ovation from the Emirates crowd. And listen, fans that go to games are very different to fans online in terms of when it's time to support. Arsenal fans support. I think we get a bad name off of the online stuff a lot, the back and forths and X in particular, but who doesn't get a bad name off of that? I think Madueke's got a massive opportunity here to refresh, reset, and Mikel seems to be happy with the signing. I think the mentality, when Mikel mentioned that, the uproar about his signing, led to some questions between them, and Madueke said, forget about that, I want to sign. I actually like that too, because it was never about him per se, and similar to a Martinelli who now finds himself on the bench, these sort of players need to use that as motivation. And I think in modern day football, a lot of people feel sorry for themselves, but what Madueke has done is he's come in, stepped in and stepped up.
Yeah, and with him doing that, do you think there's a world in which your first team, the position that feels like it's up for grabs, isn't the position that he naturally plays? It's on the other wing.
Yeah.
And Eze didn't look particularly comfortable out there, did he?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think there could be a world where Eze moves inside and has to somehow elevate his performances over Martin Odegaard?
Mm-hmm.
Noni Madueke could solve your problem on the other side, and that would also open up the door to him starting for England on a regular basis in a World Cup year. Because that's the position at Arsenal that's problematic.
That's the one.
It's also the position at England that's problematic.
True. So again, that leads to a massive opportunity. The only problem for me, I mean, let's talk. You mentioned Eze. I think the Eze signing made me in particular look at the Madueke one. At the time, I said Arsenal don't spend 50 million on depth, but come the end of the window, come 1st of September,
maybe he did.
It looks like we did, because Eze is also through the door, and Eze is the one that we've been starting on the left. That means Saka, when he's back, he's on the right. So Madueke is the depth. Madueke is the competition. He is the one, chomping at the bit to be starting games. So looking at that, I think for England as well, he's doing well in the international break. He was one of the stars of the show for England. I think use this now. Use this, wind behind you, sails flying, just go and listen. Saka got injured just before Anfield.
Yeah.
If that happened in any other season, I'm telling you, I wouldn't be optimistic about going to Anfield. I was still optimistic.
You still thought you could find a way.
Because of the squad we now have, and Madueke is a part of that squad.
Yeah, and it's throughout the squad, isn't it? Like Mosquera's coming. Like there seems to be like genuine depth. I just wanted to ask you something about, I think I saw this on the overlap, and I think it might have been Ian Wright talking. But the conversation was this. Do you think there's anything in this? If Madueke keeps playing to the level that he's playing, more take-ons, more dribbles, more beating his man, all that sort of thing, if that form continues and he effectively makes himself indispensable, then you and I are going to have to say, yeah, we didn't see it coming. And I know that you will relish doing that. Hold your hands up. You'll enjoy doing that. Yeah. I won't, but I will certainly do it as well. That's kind of the point of opinion. But on the overlap, they were discussing a solution to this. If Madueke plays to the level that he's playing at consistently, next 15 games, could you see a world where you move Saka to the other side? So you put Saka on the left wing issue and you allow Madueke to play in his most natural position?
I think we're very far from that world, in my opinion.
Yeah,
I think that
you can't be moving your best player to accommodate.
The groundwork that Saka's done. I know he's injured now, and for the first time since he's been an Arsenal player, a Saka injury hasn't been as much of a headache as it has been in the past. But we can't forget who he is, what he is, what he's done along the way, and the fact that he's still, going into his mid-20s, which a lot of players, move into their prime at this age. So with Saka, I think the groundwork he's done, why would you move one of the best right wingers in the world? Yeah. Regardless of what Madueke does now, you're talking in an ideal world where Madueke starts getting some numbers behind it, as well as the performances. That's a welcome headache to have, and we've got more than enough games, because the key about this season as well is every other season gone by, we've come close to something, but we haven't challenged for everything. I think this year we have to get over the line, but we must challenge for all honours. All 4 competitions we're in, we've got the squad depth now, but we haven't got the trophies behind us. So this season is vital, and I think every competition is important. So long may it continue, these good performances.
Yeah, and you're right, they're not problems. Do you know, with that in mind, when you think about the depth at Arsenal, how high up the league do you think Arsenal's second team would finish? Like, if you think about the second string, What
I'd say
that's top 6.
You're touching European places.
Yeah.
I'd say touching European places. Defensively, you'd look at Mosquera. Alongside, you could put Calafiori there as a centre-back pairing. Then it'll be Lewis Skelly left back. It'd be Ben White right back. Kepper in goal. Midfield is where, okay, Norgard comes in and Marino.
Norgard, by your level, isn't a particularly... doesn't feel like a significant name. But he's Brentford's captain.
Does a job, yeah.
Brentford's captain. Scored quite a lot of goals from last year as well.
Mm-hmm.
So you've got players like Norgard just waiting for the opportunity, like a coiled spring. Like, I don't know... What would... You know, if we do this second string game, everybody fit, is Kai Havertz part of the second string or is Kai Havertz is part of the second string? It is a top 16.
It is, because the Madueke is the right winger. You're probably looking at Martinelli as the left winger because Eze is now in, and Ranieri will be the 10.
We've gone massively off tangent here. But all of a sudden, you're looking at this Arsenal depth and you're thinking, he has to win. He has to. Yeah. Because in the past, we go, they don't have a centre forward, they can't win the league. They haven't got enough creativity, they can't win the league. They haven't got cover for Saliba, they can't win the league.
This year, there's none of that.
We've
already lost Odegaard, we've already lost Saka, we've already lost Havertz, we've already lost Saliba.
Yeah.
These are all 4 first-team players.
Yeah.
And we're still winning games. I know Liverpool's an anomaly, but...
Say Madueke convinces us. What do we need to see him do to convince us?
More of this for me.
Just more of the same. Just keep this level.
And when Saka comes back, when you step on that pitch, more of the same.
Yeah. It really is. It really is impressive. So to conclude, I think that we're both in the same place. Proven us wrong so far. Certainly taken me by surprise. I didn't anticipate it to go this well. And he's already overachieved from what I expected. Because, you know, I didn't necessarily think it would be like this. But people were talking about it being like another Raheem Sterling situation. And it's already far...
Yeah, he's already done more.
Far.
Yeah.
So not quite... we're not quite wrong yet.
Still work to do.
But we can revisit.
100% promising.
As always, an honour to chat football with you, mate. Mate, always an honour. Thank you to everybody for watching. Let us know your thoughts about this in the comment section below. The link to Turkish's channel is also there. Make sure that you subscribe. You will not find better Arsenal content anywhere.
Thank you.
Ta-da.